Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Once I was in Germany and we had a retreat for about 4 days. After the third day was over, one of the participants came for some advice. So, Swamiji, please tell me what I should do. I said, be happy. No, I am thinking that now I have studied yoga, so I will resign my job and start a yoga studio. So I told her, what job you have got? She said, she is an announcer on some radio station. I said, how long you are on the radio station in 24 hours? Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Yes. And that gives you sufficient money to sustain yourself. Yes. Then why do you want to resign the job? No, I want to do yoga 24/7. I said, don't cheat yourself. All of us cheat ourselves the most. We deceive ourselves. You cannot do yoga 24/7. See? Then what should I do? I said, don't make this thing that you have learned as a means of earning bread. See? This knowledge is not meant for earning bread. Use this knowledge to serve the society. So you are already working, you get sufficient money, don't have too many demands around you, lead a simple life and teach this whatever you have learned free. And then you will see the real fulfillment in your life. See? Once I was in Stuttgart and the host with whom I was staying, actually she was the host. So I don't know the feminine gender of host. So I call it hostile. So she was my hostile. And the third day, I saw she was in a very down mood. I said, Mama, what happened? Swamiji, you really catch quickly. I said, what happened? Tell me. Then she told her story. Swamiji, I was the first one to get yoga in Germany. Then I opened the studio. Then I taught 20 students. Then after their course was over, they started their 20 yoga studios. And each one of them had another 20 students. And today our condition is, there are only yoga teachers, no student. Now the problem is, how do I run my studio? I said, we can find out solution. Think properly. Then I asked her, where did you learn yoga? From India. It's very good. So when India can supply teachers to you, India can also supply disciples also. So you import the student from India. See, friends, this is one of the most important. Most of the students, they get lost in this kind of thing. Don't do that. Then you will come to know, look at the life in its totality. Don't look only at one part. See, our life has 3 components. One component is the world where we live. Second component is the experiences that we go through. And the third component is the experiencer who goes through the experiences. Out of these three components, majority of us focus attention on this world. And what is the net result? Keep on accumulating things, keep on accumulating things. Just now Swami ji told me, Swami ji, you are very wise. So I said, I don't know what I am. He said, you are the wisest man. He said, I came from India only with one bag and one dhoti, and now see how many things are accumulated around. You are wise. You don't accumulate anything in this world. See, friends, when we give importance to this world, we are bound to get lost only in accumulating the things. See, when Alexander the Great died, before his death, he told his people, he had that premonition that he is going to die. So he said, my following desires must be fulfilled after I die. So they said, yes sir. First, those doctors who were looking after my health, ask them to carry my coffin to the graveyard. Then, all the loot that I have looted from all over the world, spread it on the path on which my coffin is taken. And third, keep my hands outside the coffin, flat, open. They say, sir, it will be done. But this kind of peculiar desire nobody has. What is the meaning of this desire? He said, all those doctors who were struggling to keep me alive failed. Therefore, let them carry my dead body as a punishment. See? Then, second thing, all the loot that I have collected, nothing goes with me. It remains in this world. See? And third, I came empty-handed. I go empty-handed. This is the truth of life, whether you like or you don't like. But we keep our whole life occupied only in accumulating possessions. There is no end to it. See? And this happens only because we give a status of reality to this world. We are not analyzing our own experiences. See, friends. Therefore, if we start analyzing our own experiences, then we are following the path of yoga. Patanjali very clearly tells, yoga is not chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. See, like the words come in pairs. When, then. In the same manner, tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Then you will have abidance in the absolute truth. When it is possible, the condition is given. Yada, that word yada you have to add in the earlier sutra. So when the mind is free from the burden of thoughts, thought-free mind dissolves in consciousness. Mind and consciousness are one. They are not two. Like waters and ice are one. They are not two. Water with the name and form is ice. Ice without name and form is water. That knowledge where objectivity is predominant, that knowledge is called as mind. And that knowledge where objectivity is absent is called as consciousness. Now, at present, we are living as the body, for the body, on everybody. Think. Until such time we take ourselves to be the body, this world will be absolutely real. See? And nobody can help us in this. Whenever I sleep, because I keep on moving like a vagabond throughout the world. One person asked me, Swami, why do you move so much around the world? I said, because nobody wants me. See? Yesterday I was staying with Jill. Before she has to tell me, Swamiji, how much I have to pay you so that you can leave my house. Before that I go. See? So when I go and sleep in any place, I keep the lights on. Never switch off the lights. Because from the deep sleep when I get up at night, I don't know which side is the bathroom, which side is the kitchen, which side, because in the deep sleep there is no time, there is no space, there is no object, and there is nobody. See? Therefore, this world which we give so much importance, this world is only 1/4 of the reality. When we think about our life, we cannot talk only about childhood. We have to take into account everything. Childhood, teenage, middle age, old age, is it not? In the same manner, when we talk about our life, you cannot take only waking experience as the ultimate, but waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Think, friends. Therefore, the one component of our life is this waking world and the gross body. More than 99.9% people are lost only in this. See? Therefore, when we take yoga as only the asanas, Patanjali must be turning in the grave. Come on, I didn't say that. See? He very clearly mentioned, Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Yoga is a spiritual practice. It is not a profession to invest and earn. Whatever job you are doing, continue doing, don't retire. And use this wonderful knowledge to serve the society. And then you will see the fulfillment in your life. We all have spent our life only fulfilling our desires. And we all know desires can never be fulfilled. One desire you fulfill, second is standing in the queue. What about me? There was a king and he had a son, naturally a royal child. So he was crying. So the king sent a minister, see why the prince is crying. So minister said, sir, children cry, it's okay. No, he is not an ordinary child. He is a royal prince. So the royal prince was brought in the big assembly of people. And he was still crying. Yes, sir, what do you want? The minister asked the useless child. I want a buffalo. So the king said, can't you give this much to my child? He is a royal child. So a buffalo was brought in the assembly. Buffalo was surprised. How come? They have invited me here. And again after the buffalo came, again the child started crying. Now what do you want, dear? Get green grass. So the green grass was brought. And again this fellow started crying. Now what do you want? Give the grass to the buffalo to eat. So buffalo was very happy. See? Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi started. After she has finished eating, again this fellow started crying. Now what do you want, dear? Now milk the buffalo. So the buffalo was milked. Again he started crying. There is no end to it. Now what do you want? Put the milk back in the buffalo. Our mind is like this. Be attentive. Mind can desire only about something which is other than us. Like eyes can see something which is other than themselves. Nobody has ever seen his or her own eyes. Nobody has seen. One girl told me, Swamiji, I can see my eyes. I said, really? Show me how it is. So she took out a mirror from her purse. See, I can see. Oh, you are very intelligent. I never realized that. Then I told, they in India, they put, the black thing in their eyes. They call it kajal. So I said, no, take this kajal and put in that eye what you are seeing. What you see in the mirror is a reflection. It is not the eye. Exactly the same way. Rather than struggling our whole life in fulfilling the desires, inquire, what is a desire? So desire is a thought. When Patanjali says that chitta vritti nirodha, no thoughts. And how the thoughts come? Under following conditions. Number one, something which is recognized as other than the self, about that only the thought comes. See? Second thing, when there is a sense of incompleteness, that agitation creates the thought. So two conditions. Number one, I imagine I am incomplete. See? And then I start looking at the world. And thereafter, I do subsequent imagination. That if I get that object, if I get that person, then only I will be complete. This is our own imagination. It has no truth. And thus, the mind starts getting agitated. Agitated mind is the mine of all the problems in life. See? So if tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanami, this is the goal of yoga, then we have to work on this, that let the mind not entertain desire fulfillment as the project of our life. If we are to write our biography, what we will write? Right from childhood onwards, we have been struggling to fulfill our desires. And yet, till date, there is no fulfillment in life. What is required in life is fulfillment. But our equation is wrong. Our equation is fulfillment of desires is equal to fulfillment in life. This has never happened. Because desires can never be finally fulfilled. So if these desires or the thoughts is a big problem, so instead of complaining about the mind, like many people, they come and ask us, same question, Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, the mind is too disturbed, what should I do? Don't do meditation, relax. Who asked you to do meditation? One person met me on Singapore airport. I was comfortably sitting and enjoying the people running around. That's a live cartoon show. So one person came and he asked me, excuse me, do you deal in meditation? I said, only wholesale, no retail. No, I also do meditation. I said, it's your problem. No, I got one problem, that I have been doing meditation for last 30 years. The only problem is, my mind keeps on running here and there. I said, let it run. Why you worry? You are not running, is it not? He said, no, but they say mind should not run. I said, who are you to tell the mind? See, don't fight with your mind. On the contrary, come to know how the thoughts are created. Correct the basic error. See, then you will come to know whenever there is somebody at the root as a seed, from there the sprout of thoughts start coming. Wherever you sit for meditation, don't sit as anybody. These are the basic requirements of spiritual path. Simply sitting in one particular asana posture and not moving at all, that is nothing to do with your spirituality. See? But we get lost only think, I can sit in one asana without moving for 2 hours. Buffaloes sit for 8 hours. That has nothing to do with your spiritual life. See, friends, first correct your psyche. The first psyche is, whenever you are sitting for meditation, be cheerful and happy. It is not a punishment. Come on, sit for meditation. Be cheerful and happy. Whenever you do anything cheerfully, happily, you will never be worried about success and failure. But many of us have got a funny notion that yesterday's meditation was solid. Today it could not happen. Is it ice cream or milk or what? Solid and liquid. See? So first, be cheerful and happy all through your day and night. First step of walking spiritual path through yoga. Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells the definition of yoga. He says, when the miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. That ability to refuse to be miserable is called as yoga. And see, for that practice you don't have to go anywhere. Miseries will come to you free. So every moment of your life is a yoga. Not only sitting in a yoga class, I am a yoga, afterwards frustrated. No. See, the moment miseries come, okay, my yoga begins. I refuse to be miserable. How simple it is. See? Therefore, first step is this. Remember this, under no condition ever complain about anything in life. Don't complain about anything. Live at a zero complaint level. See? When somebody asks us, how is your health? I did this mistake once in India. One old lady, Punjabi lady, I asked her this question. I went to their house. I said, Mama, how are you? She said, oh, you have come, please sit down. And she started. This morning when I got up from the bed, I got a twist in my ankle and then the pain started going up. It came to calves and then to the knees. And her demonstration was so live, I started getting pain all over. Don't talk about your miseries to anybody in life. People have got their own sufficient miseries. You don't have to tell them, take something I can give. No need. If somebody asks you, how are you? Fire! I am on the top of the world. See, one lady asked me this question. You always tell, be on the top of the world. Get married and show, then you will understand. As if married is a certificate to become miserable or what. That is, on the contrary, your spiritual practice. See, refuse to be miserable under any condition. Then, second thing, an element of fear comes when the seeker sits for meditation. Fear. And because of that fear, you must have seen some of the students or seekers, they keep on breaking their joints. Nobody tells you, break your joints. Why? Fear. Remove that fear. Know for certain that in your heart, not the bloody heart, but the spiritual heart, in your heart is seated your beloved Lord and your Guru. The Lord protects us from within. A fearful person is unfit. And second thing, the Guru guides us from within. You will know what next. You don't have to ask anybody. Then the third important adjustment. Take a position of Mr. Nobody. Now let us do an experiment, a small, quick experiment. Whatever you are, wherever you are, don't change your postures. You are perfect. Let us play meditation. Don't do meditation. I am totally against of doing meditation. Many of my friends, Swamiji, why do you say? I said, I tell that only what I practice. I never do meditation. Because for most of us, half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. What is the use of that meditation? Which leads to frustration. Then, see, so take a position that you are either husband or wife and see what thoughts come in your mind. Stop. Now second, take a position of parents or children and see what thoughts erupt in your mind. Now last experiment, remain as nobody. Stop, experiments over. Let us analyze our own experience. When we are playing the role of husband or of wife, the thoughts were pertaining to the wife or husband respectively. When we are playing the role of children or parents, the thoughts were pertaining to parents or children respectively. And when you remained as nobody, no thoughts. This is the basis of spiritual life. Now, who is somebody? Somebody is a mule carrying the burden of total past. And who is a nobody who has no past? Whenever we talk to others, we talk only with reference to our past. I was here, I was there. I had done this thing, I had not done this thing. I had this thing, These things you can learn from your own experiences in life. Once I was going by train somewhere, and one elderly person came and sat in front of me. He said, "Oh, Swamiji, I am very happy you are here. Now, like next 18 hours, we can have a nice chat." I said, "My God, this fellow is going to eat my head." Then immediately I took out the rosary from my pocket. And I told him, I said, look here, whenever I travel, it is necessary for us to recognize this, that whenever you are sitting, talk to yourself loudly. At this moment, I am Mr. Nobody. Remaining nobody is closing the total past. Friends, you cannot undo your past. What you can do is only forget about your past. This is the highest gift given to us by God. Forget, forget, forget. Take money from somebody and forget. See the joy. That person will suffer. You are relaxed. Did I take money from you? I don't remember. See, my friends. Therefore, when we take the position of nobody, no past, be attentive. When there is no past, there is no future. Future is always with reference to the past. See? Now how to stop that future? Another simple technique. Don't plan anything what you have to do after meditation. See? If you sit for meditation and you have to do, see, after meditation I have to go and cook the food. So many people have come. Now I have to go. So your whole meditation will be cutting onions and cutting vegetable. Then it will be only a kitchen meditation. Don't plan anything. Net result, you are in the utter present. Be attentive. Present is a tense. Past is a tense. Future is a tense. We are living only in tenses. When we live in tenses, we are in tensions. But when past is dropped, future is dropped, present is not a tense, then it is presence. This presence is not created. On the contrary, on this presence, there was a covering of imaginary past, imaginary future. The time covers the presence. Be attentive. There is a condition according to medical science. If you do not use any instrument for a longer period of time, it leads to called as unused atrophy. Like earlier I used to write a lot. Many of my books I have written only by hand. But maybe last 15-20 years I have been using the laptop. So after using it for so many years, if I had to write 3-4 lines, the handwriting I myself don't recognize. Is it my handwriting? Because the ability to write is gone. Think. Exactly the same way, when you practice this way, your old habit of struggling to stop the thought formation, that will die away. Then you will not struggle for chitta vritti nirodha. then you will play. So when you sit, play. Now today, let me become a guru and play guru. All your disciples will come and eat your head. Then, come on, stop, no more guru. See? Then play disciple. Oh God, that guru is again is coming. He is so terrible, He doesn't have patience. He doesn't understand. We are new. He is oldie. He can do anything. We can't do it like that. Again, the disciple is reacting. Now play the third thing. Come on, I am nobody. Be attentive. Whenever we are playing meditation, meditator is not born. Like when we play with the children, we are not concerned about victory or defeat, is it not? We are playing. But in that playing, a player is not born. See, one of the children's camp, they pulled me, Swamiji, you have to play cricket with me. I said, look here, I'll play cricket on my rules, not your rules. Okay, what are your rules? I said, first thing, I will only do batting. Second thing, I will never be out. Third thing, I will not be a fielder to run away. Okay. And then I started. So, one child was throwing the ball and all that. And then as per his habit, he shouted, Swamiji, LBW. I said, it cannot be. You can't see my legs. LBW means leg before wicket, isn't it? You can't see my leg. How it can be LBW? He says, Swamiji, for you, LBW means lungi before wicket. Lungi means this cloth. So I was not serious whether I am succeeding or I am out. Then I was playing exactly the same way. My friends, don't do meditation. Start playing meditation every day. And when you start playing meditation, you will never be successful and you will never be failure. See, dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyameva vashishyate. When the meditator, dhyatru, and dhyana, meditation, when these two things are dropped, what remains is what you are seeking. And you will stop seeking and you will discover the truth. See, like the ocean is covered by the waves and the water is covered by the ocean. Exactly the same way. Be very attentive. Colors and forms are covering our vision. Our sense organs are covering our mind. Our mind is covering the consciousness that we are. So find out, where are we? See? One day, one very sincere seeker in Delhi, a police officer, he came and he said, Swamiji, I am very busy this time, I am not getting time to come and listen to satsang. So give me some homework which will keep me busy for the whole year. I will practice that. I said, okay. It was about 8-9 o'clock. So he was just standing in the door. I said, okay, switch off the lights. He switched off. I said, now only answer my question, no argument. What do you see? He said, nothing. I said, again check, what do you see? He said, nothing. I said, no, you are seeing something. Nothing, there is darkness. I said, see, there is darkness, isn't it? How do you say nothing? Yes, darkness, very good. Now keep this observation number 1. Now second observation. I said, now switch on the light. He switched on. I said, now what do you see? He said, I see you, I see your laptop, I see the water bottle, I see your bed, I see your shoes, I see the things. I said, go on telling. He said, that's all, what more? I said, again try. He said, no, this is all I can see. I said, now I'll tell you, I am seeing something more than this. What is that? I said, I am seeing the light. Come on, Swamiji. I said, not come on, this is the truth, is it not? I said, not only that, I am seeing something more. What is that? I am seeing electricity. Now what was happening? When the light was switched on, he was so preoccupied with the contents of the room that the contents of the room has covered the light. And we are so occupied with the light that the light covers the electricity. Can without electricity the light be there? Can without the light the objects be seen? So where is our attention focus? Exactly the same way, friends. Till such time, this waking world is real for us. We are the slaves of our sense organs and organs of action. See? The more the importance we give to these worldly things, we are covered, we are hidden behind this illusion of relativity. See, understand this way. For the first time when we get our glasses, we don't know. So, we are not able to see properly. Therefore, we take the book and keep like this thing. So if there are kids around, they will say, Mama, these days you are becoming very stylish. What is this kind of reading? No, my dear child, I am not able to see properly. Now be attentive. Earlier, we were seeing at the object. Now, we say, I cannot see properly. So where is my attention? Not on the object, but on the eyes, is it not? Think. But till such time, worldly objects are extremely valuable and important for us. We will never take care of our faculties. Okay? The food is very tasty, so we keep on eating, not knowing that something terrible is happening inside. Never mind, let me take one more. Okay? In the same manner, then we get too much involved with our sense organs. So we become the beggars with these 5 bowls. So eyes want to see beautiful things, ear want to hear our praise, the tongue wants to talk ill about others, and the mind is hidden behind that. See? And when somebody says something to us, then we get hurt. I have done so much for him. Is it for this day? Now who is saying this thing? Neither the object, nor the person, nor the sense organs. Now the attack is directly on the mind. Then such people, they get into a depressed mode. How are you? Living. Then why don't you die? Don't live only like that because we are unable to die. See? Because we are so overpowered by the miseries of our life or the success of our life. The miseries and success of our life, they cover the mind. See, friends, and ultimately, the mind covers the consciousness. Like what? The example I gave you, like the ice covers the water. Next time when you go to seaside, and if there are lots of hills or ice, you look at it, where is your attention? Only on the ice cubes, not on the water. Exactly same way, all our attention is only on the thoughts, and then we want to stop these thoughts and we keep on biting, and then little bit disturbance is enough to upset us. See, try this. Don't give any freedom to anything or anybody in this world to disturb us. Those who give too much importance to silence, they cannot tolerate sounds. Go beyond it. Let there be sound, let there be silence. How does it matter? The reality is unopposed. See, this is our natural state. Our vision is not biased towards any color or any form. If it is a ochre color, if it is a white, if it is a green, if it is a brown, it makes no difference to the eyes. Similarly, the ears. Let there be a disco or a discourse. It makes no difference to the ears. Let there be good thoughts or bad thoughts. It makes no difference to the mind. Let there be waking, dream, deep sleep or samadhi. It makes no difference to the consciousness that we are. Therefore, real spiritual yoga practice is do experiments in your life and learn from those experiments and grow wise. See, those who can learn from every experience of their life, with every additional experience, they will grow wise. And those who do not learn from the experiences of their life, they grow old and otherwise. These old, otherwise people are frustrated. They cannot tolerate anybody happy. See? You must have seen, if there are two persons, one of them is happy-go-lucky, therefore the moment he or she lands on the bed, starts snoring in a fraction of a second. And the other person, he doesn't get the sleep. The person who doesn't get the sleep, when he sees the other person sleeping, becomes more angry. Hey, don't snore. How long? Why? Because he is not getting the sleep. Exactly the same way. He who is frustrated inside doesn't tolerate happiness. On the contrary, he who is happy, for him everything is beautiful. See, my friends, then happiness becomes a creative force. Happiness is not a destructive force. Yoga is a creative science. See? If I go and tell my girlfriend that, honey, darling, today I tell you I am so happy, I just want to cut you into small pieces. Will it ever happen? Happiness cannot be a destructive force. And a person who is miserable, depressed, dejected, whenever he sees something beautiful, go and destroy that. See? Therefore, real yoga is tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Swarupa means essential nature. Like the sweetness is the essential nature of the sugar. It could be cubes, it could be crystals, it could be syrup. But if sweetness is not there, then it is no more a sugar. Exactly the same way, essentially, Swarupa, we are all bliss. Where from the blisters come? Blisters are not real. Bliss is real. So allow that to manifest. Tada drashtuhu sarupya avasthana. So, first we give undue importance to the world, we get lost. From there, come to your sense organs. Then let us not be the slave to the sense organs, drop them, come to the mind. Let us not be emotional wrecks. Don't have that thing, see, I have done everything for everybody, nobody appreciates me. Remember one thing, basic principle of life. Nobody needs us. When we were not in this world, nothing was lacking. When we will leave this world, nothing will be lacking. If you don't trust me, leave. And see, nothing will be lacking. But we have that funny notion, I have done so much. See, there is one lady, she is now about 45 or so. One day I was going for a walk in US and she said, Swamiji, I want to talk to you something personal. I said, I have nothing personal in my life. No, I want to talk something about my personal life. I say, I am not interested in your personal life. No, but I want to talk. I said, then okay, I had to suffer. Come on, start. And she started. And long story, I did so much for my sisters because our father died early. Then I got them educated, got them married. I did so much for my brother. I got him educated, got him married. And now they are all well settled in their life. But when now I go to their house, they tell in clear terms that, oh sister, please do not come to our house because our spouse do not like it. And then she started crying, Swamiji, I did so much for them. Why they behave like this thing? I said, if I can also run away from you. Then I told her, remember this basic principle of life. Whatever we do in our life, it is our need. Nobody needs us. This wrong notion is the cause of all the miseries in life. See? Like the parents need the children or the children need the parents? Think. It is the parents who need the children, not the other way around. But we have that arrogance. I have done so much for my child. You have created the mess, now you suffer. See, friends, the day this becomes clear in your mind, that whatever we do, it is our need. Nobody needs us. You will always remain relaxed. See, relaxed doesn't mean sleepy all the time. No, relaxed means three qualities of the mind. One, it is quiet, non-reactionary. Number two, it is alert. Number three, it is vigilant. When we are interacting with the world, is the mind already agitated? Vigilance is taking care of this. No. If the mind is agitated, don't use that mind. Three principles I'll tell you. Number one, if you are really happy, don't promise anything to anybody. You will do something wrong and suffer afterwards. See? And if you are angry, never discuss anything with anybody. And third, if you are confused, never take any decision. See? So when your mind is at peace, then only use that mind for working. So, we are vigilant about the quality of the mind. Second thing, we are alert. Alertness in terms of, are we simply mechanically like the animals living on instincts, or we are learning from every interaction in life? that alertness. Such a mind is exactly like a mirror. A mirror doesn't have history. Mirror doesn't have past. Mirror doesn't reject anybody or anything. Mirror doesn't get influenced by anything that is reflected, and mirror doesn't comment on anything. If any beautiful person like you goes and stand in front of the mirror will not say, "Honey, wait for a little longer, please, I like you." And if you only like me goes, the mirror doesn't say, "Hey, come on, get away." No. Let our mind be like the mirror. Live in the present and you have learned the secret of yoga. Then nobody in the world can make you miserable. The miseries will become miserable and go away. But you will be ever cheerful. Keeping this in view, go in the world and be the messenger of joy and happiness. Anyone who comes around you should feel that, yes, a day is made. Not like that, "Oh God, I don't know whose face I have seen in the morning. My whole day is gone." One husband was, in the evening he came from the work and very frustrated, dejected. So the wife said, "Hey, what happened to you?" "I don't know, today was a complete failure, everything. I don't know whose face I have seen in the morning." Wife said, "How many times I told you, don't shave early in the morning." Because you have seen your own face in the mirror and therefore your whole day has gone bad. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.